What's up, y'all? You rocking with Moochie, and this is Moochilla's review. So hit the hammer because you came through. And so tonight we are talking about City on a Hill. City on a Hill's late episode 7, Boston Bridges falling down. So a lot of stuff happened in this episode, and it's starting to get down to the nitty gritty. And I'm just trying to wait for people to come into the room. And uh, if you are here for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the video. So it's just when you come in the chat, just hit that like button like you wiping off your feet on my rug to walk into my crib. And I got my guest with me that's gonna be chatting it up with me. And this is from Tamika's Den. Tamika. Hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey
What's
Karen Jones.
up?
What's up? Thank you, BB, for coming through. So what is your take on this episode?
This
Your
episode
overall.
was good. It was good.
It was
It
a
was
good
good. We
episode.
had some predictions right too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Father Doyle.
Yes.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
Father Doyle.
Hey, Karen.
Yeah. So look, I know you ready. I know you are ready. So we're gonna get into it, get down to the nitty gritty, and let me. What was your best your favorite part of this episode?
Hmm. I don't know. It was a couple. It was a couple, but
Hey
I
Zion, Ian,
I liked I liked
thank you for the super sticker.
um Jackie. Oh God, it was a couple parts. I like the part when he stepped to um, what's his name? Well, I forget his name now. Sinclair. I like when he
Mm-hmm.
stepped to him, and I like when he stepped to Letitia too.
Oh yeah, look, Jackie, this is my guy, and I'm going from we're seeing the evolution of him because
Yes,
it's certain things even he not doing. And that's
it.
what I loved about it. I loved
Yes,
about his character. Like I don't care how much you give me, it's certain things I'm not doing.
exactly,
But we gonna
exactly.
look. We got how many people? We got 5 people in here. But look, they coming. They coming. And if you didn't get here and you here for the replay, please hit hashtag replay in the comments and like and share the video. Thank you. And so we're gonna start it off. Look, Jenny done got it in with Father Doyle. And she was on top. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah. She was putting in that work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little funny because I know that Jackie definitely deserve it. Okay, it goes around, come around.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, this was making me cringe a little bit. I felt a little uncomfortable because I was like, remember we kept saying there's more to him that she don't know, and I just was like, oh,
Exactly.
please be careful.
Talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yes,
That was crazy.
yes, and they were real comfortable with each other.
Yo, this whole episode, they was real comfortable. And then to top it off, he ends up bringing her breakfast in bed. So
Yes,
only thing that I was like, why do you keep mentioning your husband? He don't want to hear about him.
exactly.
He
That
do
was
not
making
want to
it
hear
even.
about him.
That was making it even more awkward because she kept bringing
Yeah.
him up.
And he like, look, let's not talk about him now.
Exactly.
Now let me ask you this. Do you think he was working the angle like to work her or what? Or do you
Uh,
think he genuinely liked her?
I don't know. I think it might be like 60-40. I think part of him did like her, And maybe it was even like a thrill, like a chase, because I remember when we was talking about it last week, I was like, yeah, it's definitely something with him, because anybody else, if your husband is coming up and doing all the stuff Jackie was doing, they would have backed off, and he just steadily coming. So you know how some people get, I don't know, they get like turned on by being a
Mm-hmm.
little dangerous, but
Yeah,
at the same time, he had his ulterior motives too.
exactly.
Mhm.
Shalom. Thank you, Savannah. How are you tonight? Hey, Malaya. Ow. So,
Hey.
look,
What's up,
he
Savannah?
he was just like, I feel like she don't know, but he's just telling her everything she want to hear right now, and she's not
Exactly.
getting that from her husband.
Mhm.
And so it's like, she's not getting that from her husband, and he's look, he's giving her everything. He's treating her like a lady,
Right.
even though he's her side piece, okay?
Mhm.
But you know what gets me? He was eating these stale cookies. He was eating these stale
Yes.
cookies.
Yes. And she came in with the attitude. He was like, "What's going on with you? Something is different."
Yeah, I done got my backbone out by a young boy
Exactly.
with some blue
Mhm.
eyes or
Right.
gray
She
eyes,
done
whatever
came.
color his eyes is.
She came in with a new pep in her step.
She sure did. Like she was in here for the BS. Like, come on, Jackie, let's get out of
Mhm. Exactly.
here.
She
Yo.
definitely did.
So next we get to look, Chris Case and his son. He having problems with his son.
Mhm.
He having
We should
problems
have
with
known
his
it was
son.
gonna be some kind of problem. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
no,
off.
no. You didn't cut me off. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we should have known it was gonna be some kind of repercussions between him and the wife separating, and this is basically, part of the repercussions. Now the son is going through it, and that's his way, I guess, of taking out the frustrations of the situation.
And then we got DeCourcy with them thinking they basically know their cases is looking good where they're winnable. And I
Mhm.
love to see this power couple get ready in the morning, him and his son.
Yes. Yes.
And then I went. This should have went before the Chris Casey part, but with him, it looked like even this cop don't really want to talk to him now. Like I heard you
Mhm.
work for the DA and all of this. He's like, no, I'm still
Right.
a cop.
Mhm.
So, and then when he gets home to talk to his son, oh, I don't went ahead again. When he get home to talk to his son, he
Yeah.
was,
His.
this is when they at that age where they got that mouth on them.
Exactly. Yeah, his son was showing out, and he's like, you know what my father would have did in a situation like this? He would have been getting your behind kicked.
Mm, would have beat me with his belt.
Mhm.
See what the chat is saying. Okay, well, look, everybody's all right. All right. Look, okay, I know you blessed and highly favored. That's what's up. So next we get to Saban, and she's approaching Reyes. He works at the dig, and he's talking to him about this whole situation, how she needs him as a witness because basically they're not going to give him any money in regards to this. They trying
Right.
not to they trying not
Yeah.
to pay, and they trying not to pay the Mendoza family, and they trying to make sure he doesn't see a dime of like they want to make sure they want to see that it's his fault, that it was his negligence on his part, that he was drinking on the job and things of that nature, and it didn't even go down that way.
Right.
So that was the crazy part to me.
Mhm. And he didn't want to talk, and she was just kind of trying to tell him like, put. What if this was you? You would want somebody to speak up for you. You would want somebody to speak up for your family. And then she tried to act like, I'm giving you a helping hand, holding this bag open for you.
Mhm.
And while you
Mhm.
while you putting this stuff in here, you gonna go ahead and spill the tea and let me know what's going on.
Exactly. And to me, she looked in his eyes to be like, look, I want
Mhm.
you to know, I like I I felt like what she did, it was a how can I say? She let him know you're like you guys is if you don't stick up for him, imagine what happens to you. This is not right. Like his family is really
Exactly.
gonna suffer. I know you send money home to your family, but his family is right here. He can't even take care of them. Hey, King Smirk. Okay, okay.
Hey.
What's up? Thank you for coming through. And so next we get to the new the oh, before we get there, she was saying she was having problem with the building inspector. He doesn't want to talk to her. He's avoiding her calls. He's not returning her calls. So she gonna
Yeah.
send her district attorney husband there, and he was happy to help her. He was
Yes, and I
happy to
was
help
so
her.
glad that she finally asked him for help with something. I was like, "Yes, Siobhan, that's what I'm talking about."
I wish
And
she would
he
have did it sooner because it wouldn't have been such a
exactly,
hard role for her, making her PTSD come back up.
exactly. Mhm.
And then we got
Yeah.
what I mean. He only 2 years away from retirement. He could lose it
Right.
all if he support the big dick. So he like, nah, I'm not doing all of that. All right, I'll talk.
Exactly.
He and spill the beans he did. And
Mhm.
Jackie is out of the hospital and on a warpath right now. He ready to go after whoever shot him, and he know it came from the Angelo brothers.
Exactly. He was ready.
Yeah, some people do have that pride thing. Absolutely right. So I was gonna say with this, I like the fact that he's helping him and he's letting him earn some stars in the FBI because he's gonna bring down a big case. Now, shooting of an FBI agent, a former FBI
Exactly.
agent, because
Yeah.
basically he wasn't fired. They just look, either you fire me or I'ma quit. Hey, Ew. Hey, Miss K.
Hey, Miss K.
Yeah, so we get here. He knows where they go when they get shot, the mobsters. And they be going to these veterinarians.
Yeah, that part was
And
funny.
this part was hilarious to me. Cause he was like, he seen him put down the dog, and he's like, look, if I talk, I'm gonna be on that table just like that dog.
Right. Mhm.
what what was your take on this besides it being funny?
Yeah, well, he was just like, I know that you deal with the people when they come here when they get shot. And then he was like, "Well, why are you looking so bad? They shot me, okay? So you better spill the beans." And then I was even laughing. I don't remember the guy name, but the FBI agent that drove him there.
Oh,
He was
Milani.
like, yeah, he was like, now what you going in the animal doctor for? I forgot, did he say kibbles if he said something in the reference, no, McGruff, something like that with like one of them old commercials from back in the
Yeah,
day with the
and back in
dog.
that,
That
and that was exactly back then in the 90s. The Officer
yeah, that made me
McGruff.
laugh. And
Yeah.
he was just letting him know like this is not no game, okay? You will go down because they basically shot me. So of course he was like, okay, yeah, I gotta let him know what's going on.
hmm And then we get look, he done stabbed him with this needle.
Yes, I was like, "Oh Lord."
Yo, I was cracking up because I'm like, yo, he just put that dog down with that needle.
Yeah, you don't know what you spreading. Jackie ain't care.
Yo, Karen Jones, what was your take on the scene besides it being okay? She said Jackie Swan. All right. Hey, Shannon
Mhm.
Gonzalez, what's up? Like, let
Hey
me know your
Shannon.
your rating from 1 to 10 on this show, or you could use my hammer rating, which is let me show y'all my little rating. Is three for hammers for good, two for I, one for me, or the trash can for the trash. So let me know what y'all think, y'all. All right. So that's my little rating thing. Or is hammers up or hammers down? I'm gonna get to that one soon. Anywho, thank you, Miss K. Ew. Sure. Well, now we get to the next scene, and they just he told exactly who he was, and they found out. Oh, wait a minute. He told who he was, but we go here. These they acting like teenagers.
Yes. They they was just all up into each other. I was like, Zach, she not even trying to play it off. This was like the
No,
honeymoon phase right now.
exactly the honeymoon phase, and now she's asking about his life. So
I said you should have been asking about that before,
yeah, before
because
you
that was
got
the
to
first.
D,
Right. That was the first smart thing she said. She's like, yeah, but I don't know the other parts of you.
and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Well, I come from a good family. I'm the oldest one out of them."
Right.
And my dog was a millionaire. I wish I could
hmm
do a Boston accent, but I'm New York. I can't do it.
Yeah, he was like, I think he said he had six siblings and he was the youngest, six brothers, something like that.
Mhm.
But I was like, girl, you waiting a long time to ask about that. You should have been asking.
Yeah, she waited too long. And then we
hmm
get here with goddamn, and he's getting word of that he's investigating Sinclair DeCourcy. And he
Right.
finds out that Jackie's on board. He not like, yo, this could go left. He could be
hmm
doing all of this, and I'm trying to run for office.
Right.
And
I
what
was
was
getting worried.
his quote was, "I'll give you enough rope." So basically, he letting them know, look, this could cost you your job if it go left.
Exactly.
And especially
hmm
now you dealing with Jackie, he done messed you over more than once. So he's like,
hmm
look, this could go left.
Right. But he also was saying that Dryden, like, basically had a good reputation. So he's like, you sure? He's been on the straight and narrow, never had no problems. I was like, yeah, and he gave you that big check. So I'm like, we shall see.
So what was your take on Jenny going to see this private eye?
He well, he just he looked like he a hot mess, but I guess because he even said like we was expecting Sean Connery. She like no.
Like,
But he was, he she didn't give him much to go on, but he seemed like he good and he thorough when it comes to his job. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna try to get you this information." But it was interesting to me. I knew she was gonna want to find out, who her brother was as soon as her mother started telling her about it. But it was interesting that when she was talking to the what's his name? Lord, I'm forgetting everybody's name. The priest. She was saying like, "Oh well." um he could be in Paris. Like she thought of him living this luxurious life
yeah.
automatically.
But the mother said, like, he's not worth meeting. You,
Exactly.
you know what? I
But
got a
I
prediction coming. I got a prediction coming. And I feel like, you know how I feel at this point? Let me bring out my crystal ball. You know how I feel at this point? My props myself. At this point, you know how I feel? I feel like we're gonna find out the mother's a liar, and that's her I don't the way it seems like they was like the mother, but they didn't tell who the mother is. Do you think that she's the
right.
mother? Because he's
Ooh, that
older
would
than her.
right. That would be interesting because he said the mother walked away and never looked back.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I think that's gonna, even if that turns out to be her mother, she is gonna be pissed off at
Yeah.
the mother.
Yeah.
I think it might be a possibility that she may cut ties with that woman.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
She did open up a can of worms. Karen Jones, do you think that Jenny's mother is her brother's mother, and it's not a half brother?
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And then they said that he was put on all type of psychedelic drugs. He had shock
Hmm.
treatment. He been in like the worst facilities throughout all these years. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so basically he was treated like an animal.
Yeah,
So I look, I think I got a bad feeling on this one. I feel like she's gonna be pissed off. that this is her actual brother and not a half
Mhm.
brother.
Yeah, that would definitely piss her off.
So next, look, they got the guy.
Mhm.
They got the guy, and yo, Jackie slammed his head up against that window. You see the blood stain. I was trying to
Yes.
get that picture, but he was like, "Look, you're gonna need a squeegee for that."
Yes. Jackie is a mess. He just
Okay,
bust
she
him
didn't think
clean
so. They
upside
think,
the head.
okay, all right. So yeah, so Saban is basically doing the last minute details on her case before she goes up, and I think, this she's supposed to meet up with these people for the big dig, and
Right.
they're basically trying to work out a settlement, or not even work
Mhm.
out a settlement, basically to have a talk about it. And she's
Mhm.
letting them know now she got all her I's dotted and her T's crossed, and she's ready to deal with this. And she hopes that she can basically win this case for the Mendoza family. What is
Yeah.
your take? What is your take on it? I feel like now that DeCourcy helped her, which she should have went to him a long time ago.
Mhm.
She her case is like now like a solid thing. It's a
Yeah,
solid.
she been on top of this case after everything she going through. She like, look, we gonna close this out. She definitely been putting in the work, and like I said, I was very happy that she told DeCourcy and got help from him. I agree with you. I wish she would have said it sooner, and I wish she would tell him and these daggone people she work with about how these people be following her and threatening her and stuff.
Yeah,
I
but he
guess.
came in the office, so they know. To
Yeah,
me, the ACLU already know that she's being harassed, and they're basically really trying to bother her right now.
yeah. That was making me nervous too. I was over here like biting my nails because I was like, "Oh, please don't let them hurt her." I was thinking about her car getting ready to blow up, all different kind of stuff. They
Yo,
gonna shoot her again. I was like, "No, please, no!"
I
Getting
was
real
worried
nervous.
about her, and then to top it off, he did mention that she was shot.
Yeah,
Like you got shot last year. Like yeah,
right.
like
Like,
basically like you don't want to get shot again. I mean, he
exactly,
didn't say it, but he kind of said.
exactly. Mhm.
Look, they got him in the interrogation room, and he's like, he trying to stick to this mob code, and they like, all we gotta do is bring up Rico on your other boy, that the other shooter that was with you, and you go
Mhm.
into now. Who was with this? And the things he said to him, he said, "Look, I'm gonna clean it up for y'all. I'm you gonna have a whole bunch of guys having their way with you, and your father gonna be watching."
Mhm.
Jackie wasn't playing with him. You don't
No,
got
he
me
sure
shot.
wasn't.
You don't got me shot. You gonna tell? And look,
Mhm.
I was like, Father Doyle, oh show. He was like, "You're a sad, pathetic man."
Mhm.
You're a sad, pathetic man.
And Jackie just was like, "You should have been smarter. You should have known not to give, the RA money." And then when she came out there cursing him out, I'm like, "Girl."
He was like, "It's kids out here." She was like, "You mother father."
Yeah, she was so pissed talking about something. You just jealous. I'm like, "Girl, no, it's a little bit more than that."
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
exactly. It's a little bit more than that.
Mhm.
Okay. Yo, but this Irish lady, Miss Murphy, she was like, she come on, she not gonna help. If you work in this
Yeah.
job,
No.
you came to this country, and he
Right.
knows you can't get around like you used to, where he helping you like you his grandmother, Sinclair.
Exactly.
She not gonna
Yeah.
know where her bread is buttered. She not helping you.
Exactly. She said they helped her and her family, and she something about she had lost her parents at like 16. So yeah, she wasn't trying to spill no tea.
Nah, she wasn't telling
Mm-mm.
nothing. Now my question is to y'all. answer me in the chat. What y'all think of this new dream team? Because now you got Kaysen, he's gonna be the investigator. Jackie's the FBI guy. I think he's gonna come back on. I think he's gonna get his job back. Maybe, maybe not. What do you think?
He might, especially if this starts to go into a good direction. And really, he didn't even seem like he wanted it to be back, but we knew he was gonna end up being back one way or another. So I think this is his opening for him to get back in. I think they're a good team. I was already saying I like the way him and Zacorsi bounce off of each other, and
Mm-hmm.
then Chris is, I guess, kind of just like that middle person. Because even when they was bickering back and forth, he was like, "All right, girls, cut it out. Like,
Yeah, I
how
like
we
that
gonna
part.
get this solved?"
So
You know?
he's gonna be the medium between all of this.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
really, Chris Kaysen and Jackie never really had problems, but he just didn't
Right.
like he didn't like the way he got down. And
Right.
that was before his change.
Exactly. And then Chris and Zacorsi get along good, so I
Okay.
think it.
Juan
Mhm.
Marley said, "Oh, they got a good squad. Long as they keep Jackie, I feel like that too. I
Mhm.
feel like if Sinclair goes down, I feel like Jackie may be able to get his job back.
Right. Yeah. And that's gonna be a tough one though. They're
And
gonna have
then
to
he
make
knew
sure that.
exactly who to go to because they
Right.
said that Aileen was roughed up by a police officer. She don't know
Mhm.
the difference between a cop or FBI agent because she's not from
Exactly.
this country. And so she was just
Exactly.
worried about being deported. And I'm sure he probably said that to her to get her on board to change her story.
Mhm. Because we talked about that last week too. Was saying that she didn't know what cop it was. So then
Mm-hmm.
they like,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute, she probably didn't know the difference. That was a good one.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like they figured that out. And then with Saban, she's getting threatened by this dude from the
That was
Irish
pissing me
mob.
off.
When he took
Mhm.
that, I thought he was gonna hit her with that.
Yes,
I
I
thought he was
did
gonna hit
too.
her with that antenna. Y'all, if you thought she was gonna hit you, if you thought this thug was gonna hit Saban with that antenna, please put your hammers up. Cause I thought she was gonna get hit. I was clutching my
Look, I
pearls,
got
y'all.
my hammer.
Look, I was
Put
clutching
your
my pearls. You
hammers
got
up.
the hammers. Ah. Okay, Juan Wally said he
I
agreed.
definitely thought she was
Cameron
gonna
Jones
get
said
hit.
they gonna get him. All right. And I hope they get this guy too, because he needs to get it.
Yeah.
So
That's all I kept thinking too. And I was like, if something happens to her because she didn't tell Zacorsi anything, they'll be trying to figure out like who is this. I don't think it would have been too hard because he knows she working this big case. But I
uh-huh.
just was like, if she would have said something, then he could really pinpoint it. Like, okay, yeah, she was talking about the mob coming around and messing with her. So that's why I was getting more aggravated. Like, girl, let him know what's going on.
I know. Yo,
Hmm.
okay, one more thing with this. He didn't even wait. Once they pressed him, he told right away. Like, and
Yes.
then he asked for $30,000.
Yes.
And Sinclair was like, you know what? I'll get that in your. It'll be in your account by tomorrow morning, basically.
Hmm.
So he was gonna
And
get it
then
to
he
him right
slapped
away.
him.
Yo, he smacked the mess out of him. I was
Yes.
like, what the smack was for? And Jackie got all of this on recording,
Yep.
but he knows they can't use that. But you know what? Jackie's smart. Like,
Yeah.
I forgot who said it in the chat, but yes, he is smart.
Yes, he is.
He's smart,
Mhm.
and he look. Yeah, Karen
Mhm.
Jones. Jackie Smart. He got some deaf dude that he to translate to, like he's a lip reader, and he got
Right.
everything what was said.
Exactly.
So now
Mhm.
you gonna press this dude, but he finds the camera.
Right. He's
He
like, when
finds
you put this here.
and then he found the camera, and then you know what was a key word for me where there's a possible prediction. There's a possible prediction. I hope they don't got Jackie on tape. on that
That's
pool
what
table.
I think.
I'm
That's what
thinking
I
he's on
think.
tape on that pool table, y'all.
Mhm.
He is
I
on tape
think
on that
so.
pool table, and that's gonna be his little, like, you know how somebody got their joker. What up,
Mhm.
homie?
Hey, the homie.
I
Mhm.
look, I feel like that's my prediction. They got him on tape on that pool table when he said the comment about you should have got a Japanese camera, because after a while, American cameras hums. So he must have heard. He's saying he heard the humming, but I don't know. I think once he found out about the transcript, he knew it was good.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't believe that story about no daggone humming because he found that thing fast and he was like, "When did you put this here?" But I remember when we was talking about it last week. We was saying that Jackie, because we was trying to figure out was he gonna go back to work or was it gonna be a thing where he was just gonna end up coming there and confronting him. And I said, knowing Jackie the way he is, I wouldn't be surprised if he would go there and confront them. And that's just what he did. It's not even like he was trying to hide out or act like he's not investigating them. He was letting him
He
know
was letting
like,
them know, look, I'm coming for
mm-hmm,
you. I'm coming for you.
exactly,
And then what this guy said, look, they're coming for you for the rapes, and they must have evidence. They must have something where it's gonna
mm-hmm,
yo, he's got him.
yeah,
He got him by the beans. You know what I'm saying? By the
mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm.
look, and then when he said the comment about the camera, that's why I took this shot, because he showed the pool table. That's why I said, yo, he got him on that pool table.
Yeah, I
Got him
feel
on that
like they
pool
do
table.
have it because even when you remember Letitia talking, it was one time when she was saying something about them doing it in the office so they could be on camera or something like that.
Definitely.
Mhm. So I know they got something up their sleeve too.
This was my favorite part.
Yeah, he was
He was
like,
like,
I
here's
can't
the
be.
house, here's the BMW keys. I'm done.
Mhm.
Like, even certain things I'm not gonna do.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do, because like he, you know what it is with me? This is episode 7, the homie. This is episode 7. It's called Boston Bridges Falling Down. So look, he done gave that key back. He like, look, he, as much as he want to turn away that money, and he said that to DeCourcy, the guy's paying me good, but I can't do this. And I think
Exactly.
he thought about his daughter the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I believe too. That it just was like this is too much.
Okay, when I first saw that, I said they setting Jackie up, and St. Clair keep confronting him, but then saying he's just joking. Yup,
Right.
yeah,
Mhm.
because he wanted him to keep doing it.
Exactly. I agree.
Oh, so he, look, they pick up Chris Cason's son, because remember he already got arrested for being a disorderly. He had a fake ID. He was in a bar fighting and all of this other nonsense. So
Mhm.
of course he talks to him. And I thought it was a good conversation, but the kid is like, "Look, I see why my dad like you, because you a better BSer than him."
Yeah. I like that part though, because I wasn't too sure what the cops was coming to pick him up at first for. I thought maybe Chris was having him brought there, but then when I saw it was the Corsi and he was like, "Sit down. You don't want to know what your father's saying about you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he tried to have a
I
heart to
like the
heart with
fact
him.
that that happened.
Yeah.
I like. So I want to know, what's your take on this conversation. I'm gonna let you lead this time. This
Oh,
is the.
with Jackie.
Mhm.
She was ready. She's like, "About time you got home." Oh, I liked it though. Cause I mean, listen, like I said, I get why she feel the way she feel, and she kind of had her blinders on with this one. So she thinking he's just doing all of this, because of jealousy. And when she was saying like, "Oh, about time you get here," he was like, "I thought you said you wasn't gonna be coming home."
Mhm.
So he's like, he's not who you think he is. He's like, he basically trying to kill me. He's, sent two people after me, and she trying to tell him he don't know what he's talking about. And he like, no, I do know what I'm talking about. He was like, how about you go and have a face to face with him, and maybe bring a Bible with you. Maybe if you have him swear on the Bible, then he'll actually tell the truth. So I mean, she know her husband. She know when he bull crapping and when he being real. But I know that like hurt her. She just doesn't want to believe that this is true because she's basically looking at him like, he's better than Jackie, right? He gonna be doing certain things, and also she all caught up into him, right? This is supposed to be like her knight in shining armor that's been kind of taking her away from all the mess with Jackie. So that's like a big disappointment to think that he was actually be doing that. And then when he told her about him sending the money with the RA, she's like, no, he was sending the money to help out one of the other priests or whatever. He's like, no, he wasn't. So yeah,
It's just
that was
lie
real.
after lie after lie.
Yes.
And she's not believing it because he's like, oh, I love the way you love.
Hmm. She got him like up on this pedestal. I'm like, girl, you don't know the real deal here.
Yep. So look, my next thing is Saban's therapy session. She lets her know how she's being threatened and stuff like that. And I didn't talk about the part where she's scared to do.
Oh
Leave me
yeah.
alone. Look, she was like, look,
Yeah.
all you heard was you heard the shoe,
Yes.
and then she
Uh,
turned around. He's like, I'm just going to my car, lady.
Yes.
She was
It
like,
made her
leave
seem
me alone.
it made her seem like she was crazy, but I understand because listen, that would be making me nervous too. You walking in a dark parking lot and you know that it's people that's been threatening you and all that. So, of course, he
Mm-hmm.
ain't know all of that, but I definitely get her having that reaction. And I was glad that she was talking to the therapist and that she told her about it. I was saying I hope she continued with her. So I'm glad to see that she went back for another session.
Yeah. So I
Hmm.
with this, I just I I'm glad she's going to therapy. But do you feel like DeCourcy needs to go to therapy too?
Yeah. Hmm. It probably would be harder for him to get him to go. Like he quick to tell her to go, but I don't know. Sometimes men they barely want to go to medical doctors. It really got to be something wrong, let alone going to speak to a counselor. But I think they both could use it.
Yeah, I think they
Definitely.
both could use it because they still mourning the loss of their baby.
Right. And that was like a really traumatic experience.
Yep. So she goes and talks to Dermo. And look, he don't look so hot no more. He look all shabby.
Exactly.
Shoot, he already said he might look. Jackie said, "Look, she might have a shamrock. He might have a shamrock up his." But you know what else got me with him when he said the comment about thorn birds. He said the thorn birds nest. Yo, he be having some good punchlines.
Yeah, he
I
do.
couldn't stop laughing at like half the stuff he said this episode when he said the comment to the Angelo guy, the mobster,
Hmm.
the wannabe mobster, because that's what he said he is. Because he's like, look, you a wannabe mobster. I took you down with one move.
Right.
And look, Jackie is that man. Is the man. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. So
Hmm.
my thing is, how you think Jenny's like now she finds out Jackie wasn't lying.
Exactly.
And he told her
Exactly.
everything.
Hmm.
He told her everything. And now she feels crazy. I know she does.
Hmm. And he killed me too because he basically was like, "Oh, you stayed with him for convenience," and she's like, "I didn't stay with him for convenience." And then he was giving me a little bit of, Christian Cole vibes if y'all watch House of the Dragon, because he was over here talking about for her to run away with him. She's like, "Am I
Yeah.
supposed to go with you?" I said, "What is he talking about here?"
He wanted her to run away with him to what Belfast. And
Hmm.
to me, at first, she thought about it. To me, she was thinking about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, this episode is on. It's
Yeah.
on. It aired on Friday.
Hmm.
It aired on Friday. He's a um. He's a prosecutor. He's a prosecutor.
Yeah.
So look, you gotta see it. Eldridge Hodge be doing his thing. I like the
Yeah,
fact that
he
him and
do.
Jackie go back and forth with those books.
Mhm.
Jackie be trying to act like he the smartest man in the room sometimes. But Eldridge
Exactly.
Hodge like, I read that book years ago. And
Right.
that's like I love their banter.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
his wife
like they
is very
banter
naive.
too. Yeah, she is.
So we get to, I guess, we get to this whole scene, and we know that Saban wins her case, and she wins an 8 figure. She's pushing for 8 figures. Actually
Yeah.
9, but she gets 8.
Yeah, because I
And
think they like met in the middle. Because the lady
mhm,
was trying to say like 6 or 7. She's like, nah, bring that up high.
yeah,
Mhm.
because he got young children, he got kids still in school. They need the medical coverage. He's gonna need to go to therapy. So who had a
Exactly.
hole in his head?
Exactly.
So
Mhm.
I'm glad she won her case, but the bad part about it, they wanted an NDA with it.
Right. And she basically was like, why the NTA? I guess he said we have to kind of meet them in the middle ground. At least we got the money. She said, well, I'm going to try to find a way around that NTA. I was like, I know that's right. I don't know which way you're going to find, but I'm sure she's going to be looking into it.
Well, she said she was looking for a loophole. Let me look at.
Right.
Thank you, Juan Marley. Okay, so let me go to this comment. Jackie should know they've been humping around the way she out there showing out, taking up for that priest, for the priest.
Hmm.
For real. But I think he said it when she picked him up from the hospital one. Look,
Yeah.
you look different. Yeah, she looked like she got her back blown out. That's what
Yeah.
she
He
looked like.
he de- he definitely made a comment, and it looks like for the trailer for next week, like she has some kind of outburst. And we said that last week. We was like, we wouldn't be surprised if
Mm-hmm.
she end up, because
But
she
that was
wasn't too far from bursting it out this week.
mm-hmm. And thank you for the super chat, Juan Marley. So look, okay, let me go to. I remember on the first episode when the cops spilled coffee on Aldous Hodge and didn't say sorry, and Aldous just paid for it, no conflict. Yeah, because he's in like Boston, and he was. I don't know if he was in Charleston when that happened, but yeah, but it's like he's going against the grain. But Aldous Hodge plays the Corsi. He is a people. He's a attorney for the people. So this is what you're gonna like about him. And he's basically trying to make the rights wrong and let them know like certain rich people, rich white men, and that's exactly what he says, can't get away with everything. And he said it in front of Jackie. He don't bite his tongue.
Yeah.
Okay, Nashville, Tennessee made it back just to see you drop the hammer, and I enjoy sitting on the hill. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Raymond Wilson, and thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shannon Gonzalez. Thank you. So, look,
Hey, Shannon.
all right, so we're going to talk about this. I know we already talked about it, but like I said, she's opening up a can of worms, and this is not a good look for her. It's not a good look for her. She's opening up a can of worms, and I think her mother gonna curse her out because she already told her don't dig into this. What's your
Yeah.
take?
I agree. Like now she's finding out, like we was discussing it a little bit before, that he's been getting shock treatment, been in there for years, and psychedelic drugs. And then when he named the place, she was like, oh Lord, like that's a really, bad place. I guess there's a lot of stories about things that go down in there. But he said that he's in stable condition now. So I wonder if she's gonna go there in person to visit him. That probably would be the next step she wanna do. And I'm like, girl, I don't know. That's definitely a big
But
can of
they
worms.
who the mother was. That's the part that's
Right.
and we didn't see
Mm,
her face, her reaction, or anything. So I'm thinking this is not her half brother. This is her, her all brother, her full
yeah,
brother.
that wouldn't surprise me. That definitely seemed like something that her mother could possibly be capable of. And that's probably why she was even more telling her like, that's not nothing you want to be bothered with or whatever.
Mhm.
And she was
Mhm.
like, how the heck you gonna go all these years without telling me I got a brother?
Exactly. So
Hmm.
thank you, that girl, for the super track. And late to the party. Look, I don't know if I'm gonna do the midnight things because it seemed like I'm gonna still go with it. I might do some wacky news or something, but if not, my thing is gonna be probably at 4. I gotta talk to Tamika behind the scenes, and we gonna see what's good. Anywho, this is the last scene of the night. He gets called in his office. When he got called in his office, I'm like, this motherfucker is here.
Yes. Mm-mm-mm.
I'm gonna let you lead this off. What's your take on this, Tamika? Let me know.
Yeah, when he opened the door and he was in there, I'm like, what is he doing? Why do he have him there? That ticked me off. But we gotta wait to see what the conversation is gonna be. But I'm like, just feeling real leery about it because we know that Sinclair could possibly have something up his sleeve with some info on Jackie, some type of tape or something on him. And then we also know that he gave a big envelope full of
Contributes.
money for
Mm-hmm.
this daggone campaign. So it's like,
Exactly.
why is he in there when we doing an investigation on him? And you could see the look on the Corsi face, like, I
What?
know you lying. He was
Yeah.
disgusted. Mhm.
Love you right back. Listen, try to watch it, to homie. I'm telling you, if you watch it from the first season, you're gonna like it. If you watch The Town and you watch, what other show could I compare it to? If you watch The Town and kind of like Law and Order, but it's more grittier because it's on
Mhm.
cable, you're gonna like it. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people sometimes don't like shows with a lot of dialogue, but that's not me. I like to listen to things, figure clues out and stuff like that, and see if I can figure it out before I
Yeah.
see it. That's just me. But
It's
look,
good. I
the
binge
first
watched it
season
every
was good.
time.
If you watch The Town, that's how it starts off with them, with how they the Charleston boys be robbing them armored cars. So you gonna like
Mhm.
it. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get too. I'm not gonna give too much away because now you already here. But trust me, it's every season is different, but they are intertwined.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's basically it with this review. We done. So what you think's gonna happen with this, Tamika? Do you think he
That's what
gonna
I.
fall back? Do you think him and Jackie gonna get into it? I'm talking about. Do you think him and DeCourcy's gonna get into it because that if it's a tape with my prediction, we know for sure that's gonna be brought up.
Yeah. That definitely would be brought up. Probably. I don't know if he's gonna try to have some type of angle with the girl or. Is like with this Sinclair, you just don't know because he done bought so many people off and been able to get so many people out the way. But
Mm-hmm.
now they closing in on him and it's making it harder because they got the information on, excuse me, the federal agent guy.
Mm-hmm.
They got this girl coming forward. So I just think that's gonna make him go even harder. And then, the one part I don't think we talked about is when Jackie came in there to sing to Letitia. At first, she was saying, "Oh, me and you could work together." She actually was saying that she could divorce Sinclair and he could divorce Jen, and they could get together and team up to go against Sinclair. And then she got mad when he basically was like, nah, no thank you. He was like, Zach, I thought my family was messed up, and I come from a messed up family and I made a messed up family, but we ain't even that low. He was like, I'm trying to give you an out, I'm trying to give you a chance, I'm trying to be a friend right now. And
Uh-huh.
then she switched it and was like, well, F you then, we gonna take you down and we gonna mess you up real bad. He was like, listen, I already messed myself up, so good luck with that. That made me laugh because she was acting like she really was willing to turn on him until he basically was like, girl, I don't want to marry you, okay? I'm going home to my
Yeah, like
wife.
she basically wanted to marry him and push Sinclair out.
Yeah,
Like throw Sinclair to the wolves. Marry him out. Me and you will live in this house. You get rid of your wife. You already miserable. That's how basically she was
exactly.
thinking. And once he said no,
Mhm.
You saw her eyes well up, like she had tears, like, oh my God, my life is gonna change. And he
Yeah.
let her know. He let her know.
Karen Jones is making a good point in the comments too. If the daughter comes back, because they got rid of her behind, remember she was on to him too. So she may even be willing to step up and say something, but I don't know if they're gonna bring her back into play. That's a good one.
I think he is gonna bring her back. That's a great prediction, Karen Jones. I think he is gonna bring her back. Because remember, he knows where she went. Jackie
Right.
knows where she went. So look, you want to play hardball? So now I'm gonna do this. And she already said she was ready to talk to the police before she left.
Exactly.
She just
Yep.
wanted to try to get Jackie on board, and he wasn't with it.
Right. Mhm.
So look, okay, let me see. If Jenny thinks her father and mother is a mess, she barely made it past her father's mess. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah.
So
I'm
look,
definitely interested to see where it's gonna go.
all right, so y'all, listen, I'm gonna put it in the community tabs, and I'm gonna ask you guys, what's the best time for me to talk about this? And I'm leaning so close to going with 4 p.m. because I can't step on other people's toes. It's so many people going live at other times, and to
Mhm.
me, that'll be the best time for me if I get everything situated in my house. So I'm trying to figure that out. If you're all right to it, but again, I said we'll talk about it behind the scenes. So I guess
Okay.
that's all we doing right now. This is it. This is our show for the night. I will be back tomorrow to talk to you about. Ooh, my mind went blank for a second. I'll be back tomorrow to talk to you guys about the gigolo. So look, let's.
That one is, I'm just getting into that one.
All right. So look, I already got a theory with that girl too. So look, I'm going to be talking about episodes 1 and 2. So and then because the new episode is coming Thursday, so we're gonna talk about it. Okay, late wakes for you personally. All right, I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put a vote in. I'm gonna put a poll up, and then everybody's gonna have to place their vote, and then we'll go with it. Go with what's next. So, all right, I'm gonna see how it goes. Cause maybe I gotta pick another night. Maybe we could do it at midnight on Fridays. I don't know. We'll see. But what you got going on up on your channel next?
Well, I just uploaded Queen Sugar literally before I came up here with you. Of course, House of the Dragon is up there, Raising Canaan, and then later on, these next couple days, it'll be like Handmaid's Tale and Atlanta. I think that's it. I'm still got a question mark with Zatima, but I think that comes like next week. I'll make up my mind by that time. So,
All righty then. All right, so that's what I got going on. She said what she got going on, and I'm also coming with my power trailer breakdown. I mean, my not power raising Canaan trailer breakdown. So we're gonna, we rounding it off. We've been here about 53, almost an hour. Please please hit the like button. Please share. If you're not subscribed to my channel or Tamika's channel, please subscribe to our channels, and we will talk to you guys soon. Later. And
hiya.
thanks for coming out.